There's a girl, she's a star. She's got style. Steffi Star, you see her face around the town. She's popular. Steffi Star.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Weinstein.
And I'm Meredith Keach.
And we run a top producing real estate team called
Weinstein Keach.
Welcome, ladies.
Hello.
Your energy in here is so much fun, ladies. Like, in case you're watching, it's tempered all of a sudden when we hit go, but it was like a flurry.
Right.
Mother got stage fright.
Mother did not get stage fright. She's fine. Are you? Kimmy? Are you?
Yes.
Oh, wait, let's introduce them.
Oh, right. Sorry.
All right.
We have Kimberly Imbornone. We
And?
love her. She's one of my besties. And we have Brooke Imbornone, who is on our team as another top producing realtor.
And also a regular on the show.
Yeah, she's
We
a regular.
are
Yeah, we love
Weinstein
Brooke.
Keach.
We are.
We
Yes,
are.
Brooke came up with that.
Yeah, which
And
is...
Meredith adores it.
I love it.
Maybe
take
that should
pride.
just be our logo. We are Weinstein.
Right. That could be our tagline.
That could be our tagline.
Right.
I
That's
believe
what we are. You
I
like
believe
it,
there was a
Kimmy?
I do
contest
like
for
it.
this. Remember we were going to do a contest
Oh, we got to talk about having a
For
contest
we are-
for subscribers.
for
We-
taglines.
Oh, right.
Right.
I win.
You
Oh.
win. You might automatically win.
I could just sit here because she'll just handle the whole conversation.
She'll handle the whole. Although we do
She
run.
won. She
We
won.
do run all our business ideas by Kimmy.
Yeah.
Kimmy is very involved in Weinstein Keach in the background.
Well, she's a businesswoman.
Yes,
She's our consult.
she
Yes.
is, especially
Right?
when we run
I
events.
try to be.
Yeah,
Try to give some feedback. And
she has great feedback.
Tell us what you do for work, Kim.
so I'm in sales and been in sales for a long time. So that's why I think some feedback helps. But
We
for
love it.
consumer product goods, for ice cream distribution.
I mean,
Who doesn't love ice cream?
Right.
so first
Sounds
question,
fun.
is your freezer always stocked with ice cream?
Tries to be. I try to keep it full, but there are days when it's not.
Yeah.
But it gets run out and then we fill it back up.
Only with your brands.
Correct.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Talk about the
Lots of-
brand.
Lots of brands. We're a full distributor for all the national brands like Ben & Jerry's and Good Humor and Nestle's and Hood and Haagen-Dazs. And we're also very proud of our own brand that we actually, the distribution company owns is Bliss Dairy,
Oh,
which is out of
Bliss.
Attleboro.
Delicious.
Right.
Yeah, and they've been it was a family business it's been around for over 90 years, and they were in 3 generations
Wow.
of business, and they didn't have a succession plan. So our distribution company didn't have our own brand, so we acquired the company right in Attleboro, which fit in nicely as a local company for us, and we've continued to grow the brand throughout New England.
Can you still go? Bliss, you can still go there,
Yeah,
right?
there's a restaurant, and actually we built out a big scoop shop and seafood takeout window at Bliss in Attleboro. So I sound like an infomercial here.
I want to go.
I do too.
Yeah, we could do a field trip and I
Yes.
could give you a tour.
that would be
Absolutely.
amazing.
Yeah.
That would be so great for
Okay,
us.
so I need to know how it works. So I'm Ben & Jerry's,
Mhm.
and at what point do I contact, what's the name of your company?
New England ice cream.
At what point in my growth process do I contact New England Ice Cream?
If you're a brand like Ben & Jerry, like
Yep.
a brand, when you've been able to establish like packaging and that you have some a customer base of some sort of a follow
Okay.
that kind of goes with that. Like we have a lot of people that contact us. We have over 3,000 to 4,000 products of ice cream in our building.
What about yogurt?
We have frozen yogurt.
Non-dairy.
what about the people from Easton?
Yasu?
Yasu?
Yeah, we distribute for them.
Really?
Yes. Oh, yeah. We've been distributing. So that's when I say 3,000 to 4,000 products. It's a mix of brands, products, whether it be a grocery store pint, half gallon, a 3-gallon tub that you scoop in a scoop shop, all varieties. Every vessel that ice cream can come in, we redistribute, and then, like I mentioned, we have our own that we distribute and manufacture ourselves in Attleboro.
So I make the product.
Mm-hmm.
Do you come to me to pick the product up, or do I bring it to you?
It worked. I mean, local small companies usually don't have the bandwidth to like move from point A to point B. So we utilize our resources to do that. But, like larger companies, they ship into us. So, I mean, we probably receive, I would say probably anywhere from 10 to 20 trailers a day of ice cream in our facility.
Kimmy.
Oh, yes. It's a 30,000 square foot freezer.
A 30,000 square foot freezer.
Yeah.
It's cold in there.
Filled with ice cream.
With ice cream and delicious treats.
Brooke's been in there.
Yes.
Wow.
Kimmy loves a sweet treat.
A sweet treat.
That's
Kimmy's also the vice president of the company.
yeah. She's a bigwig.
Yeah.
She is an inspiration
Yes.
Right.
to those who want to be in the business world. I mean, I've always looked up to my mother.
Yes.
Every,
thank you.
yeah, I mean,
Sweet.
truly, you took something that your parents started, and you're very passionate about what you do because of the way that you were kind of nurtured into this business, and you're flourishing. Truly, you're taking a brand and you're taking it national.
That's so cool.
She is a badass.
Yes, she is.
Badass.
Yeah,
She
so
is.
recently we just started to have conversations outside the New England market. So our trucks distribute to 8,000, what we call points of distribution, 8,000 customers, so to speak, right?
Who would
But-
be like
So-
7-Eleven or
Yeah.
a grocery store?
Yeah, there you go, 7-Eleven,
Wow.
CVS, everything in CVS for ice cream comes off of our trucks. A school that has ice cream, a hospital,
Wow.
like I said, a scoop shop, all different types of venues, all types of operations that that serve ice cream in, like I said, in different ways and shapes and forms. But recently we began to take the brands that we manufacture and try to market it outside the New England region. So, like to use other distributors like us and use their distribution vehicles and get our product into their warehouses and distribute. Like we have a plant-based vegan product that's very popular, and
A non-dairy alternative.
Oh.
right, and we want to,
What's
try
it called?
It's called Sweet Tree Creamery,
Oh.
and we're
I want
trying to.
some.
Yeah, well, get you some samples.
Kimmy, I
on
have
it.
a scandalous question.
Sure. What is it?
Does Crescent Ridge use Bliss Dairy ice cream?
They do not.
I think they did back in the day.
They did.
They did. I know because I was a professional scooper
Right.
at Crescent Ridge. And when I worked there back in the day, when I first started, they had an ice cream maker, Earl. And he was a big man with a beard
Mm-hmm.
and maybe a cigar would be coming out of the side of his mouth. And he would sit in front of the big ice cream machine and he would make the ice cream.
Right.
And I was petrified of Earl.
Oh.
I was scared. He was scary.
Yeah.
And then I think Earl passed.
Okay.
And then I think Crescent Ridge went on to Bliss Dairy ice cream. But everyone thought they were still making it and the cows were out in the pasture. So everybody thought they were making it. So
But it was a proprietary recipe of Crescent Ridge. So it really was their ice cream.
it was their recipe.
It wasn't. So we had two different
Gotcha.
brands. So it's still,
Interesting.
to protect their identity, it was their ice cream. It was just made off-site because they needed a larger capacity to produce it. We no longer produce it at our facility, but we co-pack for a lot of different people. We have in the years past. But
What's co-pack mean?
co-pack means that somebody like, like a Crescent Ridge that has a proprietary recipe, they want their product with their name on it. And we do that in our manufacturing facility, but it's not our Bliss product.
Oh, okay.
And you put their
Got it.
packaging on it.
Right, and their label.
Their
and,
label,
and
all
their
that stuff.
recipe, and we
Right.
keep it private, and we don't share their recipes with anybody, and we don't use their recipes for ourselves. So it's proprietary to just them.
Kimmy, is there a secret ingredient that goes into somebody's ice cream that you can tell?
Well, since I want to keep my job,
We can't tell.
I'll tell you.
Brookie?
I have some knowledge, actually.
Oh, Brookie.
It's not about the ingredient, it's the level of butterfat, actually, that makes the ice cream taste a little bit better. Am I right, Mom?
well,
I'm wrong.
No, you are right. So there's levels of butterfat that people aren't aware of, and they don't understand. Like ice cream typically comes in 3 different butterfats. Like a 10% butterfat, that's the makeup of cream and fat that comes when we're producing the ice cream. 14% and 16%. So I'll explain, like kind of like a Hood ice cream is in that 10-11% range. Bliss is 14%.
So they're middle range.
And then Ben and Jerry's is a 16%. So, the way that they just have always used the 16% butterfat, but there's also another piece that goes into it is called overrun, and it's air that's pumped into ice cream and during production. And even though you have a 16% butterfat, there might be more air in that product than a 14%. So the 14 might be denser.
Oh, got it.
So
okay.
when you go to a supermarket, pick up 2 different pints, and you'll feel the
Right.
weight difference.
One's so heavy.
And that's air that's pumped into product. And that's like, it expands the product. So they get more yield out of the manufacturing of that product. So it's less expensive to produce it. So it's usually a lower end product with more, or they're trying to get more out of it. So like Ben and Jerry's might have
I'm
more,
lost.
I'm following.
Yeah. So it's, that's what overrun is. They call that overrun. So,
Well, I'm just thinking of the different types of brands that I like, and I'm wondering which ones have.
More butterfat.
what are the brands that you do like, Meredith?
Well, I won't get this one because it was like crack.
Okay.
The Talenti.
Oh,
Yeah, so
delicious.
that's owned. That's a brand that's
High butterfat.
Oh,
That's
it has to
one
be.
of our brands we
I
distribute.
mean, it was like I got
Lots
it once
of
and I said,
not
"You
enough
can-
air, high butterfat.
You can
Yeah.
never get this
Right,
again.
Kimmy?
Meredith.
Well,
Right?
it's
You get it,
gelato.
Stephanie.
So gelato is different because that's gelato. So it's different, but it's not butterfat because it's
Oh.
gelato.
Oh,
And I
so
think
good.
their butterfat is a lot less, but it's just made in. I'm not as schooled on,
Yep.
educated on how gelato is produced,
Yep.
but I know it's different than the ice cream process.
Well, in our freezer
And
now
it's
is-
owned by Unilever. So Talente
Oh.
was purchased by Unilever years back. So it's a Unilever brand that we stock.
Oh.
Yeah. So Ben and Jerry's is also owned by Unilever.
Oh.
They're
And-
like big
Right.
food,
Conglomerate.
like
of-
Conagra.
Yeah. Yeah. So Unilever is one of the, as a global company that owns many brands, but they have an ice cream division that is made up of Ben and Jerry's, Breyers, Good Humor, Talente,
Wow.
many brands. So like that's what happens. Like one person owns like multiple brands.
I try to, if I'm buying ice cream, buy something local. Like I have Crescent Ridge in the freezer now, but my husband just goes with like anything. He will go.
He has no brand loyalty to
I
ice
don't
cream?
think so. Yeah, I don't think he does.
Yeah.
And he's the ice cream eater.
Really?
Yeah, I try not to. That's a lot at night, to have-
That's a
Crescent Ridge makes a great product.
I think so.
And so they're a 14% butterfat.
Okay.
So they're
they're
like,
right in the middle there.
and
I
that's
think
like what
14 is
Bliss
wonderful.
is.
Yeah.
Like
Wonderful.
most scoop
Yeah.
shops are 14%.
What do you prefer?
For butterfat?
Yeah.
So I'm not like I'm in the business my whole life, and I'm not a huge ice cream eater.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I like.
She
I
has a
don't know.
taste, and that's it.
Yeah, I taste it because it's so much.
It is
around
so
me,
much. Yeah.
Yeah,
that I
right.
don't really-
Got it. Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you a funny story that kind of happened during COVID, that we were all kind of locked in, the houses
Yeah.
and locked down, and everybody's doing social media stuff. And I discovered a flavor that I had never eaten my whole entire life that I absolutely loved. So what we were doing, we were doing these Friday night, what did we call it?
Yes.
Friday
Oh, I
night.
I loved that. You need to bring that back.
Yeah, it was like Friday night scoops or Friday night
Yeah.
flavors.
And Friday night flavors. And I would bring home flavors because we have so many flavors that I've never tried before.
Oh, I love it.
And we would put it, Brooke and I, or my husband and I, we would pull them out and we would try different brands and different flavors. And peanut butter from Ben and Jerry's, or even any kind, I have never eaten peanut butter ice cream before.
I haven't.
Okay. Well, let me tell you something. It was over the top.
Stop.
I tell you not. I mean, it was amazing.
Where can we get some around
Well,
here?
there's so many peanut butter ice creams. It was not one that I gravitated to.
Right. I wouldn't either.
I
never
never
would
picked
think
it.
get
And
peanut
here
butter.
I am. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just try. I put it was a Ben.
Oh.
Did
I
you
did.
say, oh my
I did. I couldn't stop eating the pint.
because it's on this
I know
podcast, there's
that.
going to be a run on peanut butter ice cream.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
all different
We're
types.
worldwide.
And I'm talking about like peanut butter based ice cream. So the people make a lot of chocolate ice creams with peanut butter swirls. I'm talking about like a true peanut butter base flavored ice cream.
With a chocolate swirl.
I think we should try it. Maybe
Yeah.
we could swing by for Laurie's birthday today.
I think that would be wonderful.
Probably I could get it at like CVS on the way home, right?
Totally.
I'm sure there's some peanut butter somewhere on someone's shelf. Shaw's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pick up the Ben and Jerry's one.
Okay.
It was very
Ben
good.
and Jerry's peanut butter. Hear that,
Yeah.
folks?
What other
You heard it
flavors?
here first.
What other flavors do you guys like?
What do you like, Brooke? I know what she's gonna say, but I'm gonna see if she comes true.
I feel like I might go against Mother's Will if I say this, but my favorite is Bregham's chocolate chip.
Oh, I thought you were
Oh.
gonna say cookie dough.
Delicious.
I just
Bregham's
love
chocolate
cookie
chip.
dough.
I feel like
All the
chocolate
kids love
chip
cookie
is
dough.
like a pure,
Right.
right?
Oh
It's
my
like,
gosh,
Yeah.
totally.
how can you go wrong if it's a great vanilla and then you get
Right.
that little bit of chocolate? It's
It's-
like little when you get the bite that has the chip in it.
Right.
It's what dreams
No,
are made
the
of.
Brigham's vanilla chocolate chip has been an old favorite in our family, and we've always had that. When we have little dinners or whatever, that's a flavor and a brand that we have always.
I
grew
never
up
liked
on.
chocolate growing up,
Really?
but I liked Bregham's chocolate chip.
Brooke, I feel like your mom should try your glasses on right
All
now.
right, you want to try them out?
Wait, I have a personal question for Brooke.
Yeah, because the
Sure.
glass is
What are
yellow.
you doing on your laptop?
Well, I was actually Googling peanut butter flavors.
Oh, Brookie, she's so
She's quick.
organized.
I was just seeing, what Ben and Jerry's had to offer for.
A lot of them.
Kim,
they have-
can you try Brooke's glasses? I need to
Oh,
see these.
sure.
Oh. I copied Brooke's. I have those.
Right, but look, it matches with her sweater.
Oh
is what
yeah.
I'm saying.
Well, I
Oh, true,
bought similar
Matt.
glasses. Oh wait, I have
need
them.
an influencer code.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cute actually, Mom.
Steph, look
Let me say,
with her sweater.
adore. Well, look, I
Well, Now
forgot.
I need to look myself.
I forgot. I copied Brookie, and I've worn these on the podcast several times.
I love your new red ones.
Well, these are orange. I wore those in Aruba every day with Kimmy,
She did, and
these are my.
She looked so fun in them.
Wicked cute.
I was a bit jealous of it.
You were?
Yeah, I was.
I'm gonna wear my orange ones for the
Yeah,
rest of
because
the
those are a
podcast.
little dark inside here. the
Yeah,
darker
I love
ones.
these. It brightens everything up.
It does.
Yeah,
You
it makes
girls
it-
look gorgeous.
You see the world with
Do you
rose-colored
want these
glasses.
back?
I do.
Do you want to wear them?
No, you
wear
can
them?
wear them, honey.
Kimmy, do you want to wear mine?
Oh no, I'm good. I'm
Kimmy
just
wants to
gonna-
wear her own so she can see.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she needs to be able to see.
Yeah.
So mine aren't fashion forward type glasses. They're for
You need him to see.
Kimmy's blind as a bat.
I am blind as a bat.
Some people here need contacts.
Brooke,
Can read
tell
it.
us about
Oh.
your experience in Manhattan.
Oh.
Oh,
So for those who are unaware, Brooke had an adventure. She said, you know what? I'm going to get an Airbnb for 6 weeks and work because that's what the pandemic did for us, right? We
Well-
can work in different places.
Right. So what happened was Brookie had already lived out of the house. She was renting in Brookline. Right, Brookie?
Beacon Hill.
Oh, I always say that. She was renting in Beacon Hill and her lease came to an end.
Yep.
And she was like, you know what? I need a break. And so she moved back to the Imbornone household,
I did.
which I've been trying to get Kimmy to sell her house for years. Don't ask.
But
And-
it's filling back up.
It's filling back up, so forget it. Although another condo just came up that I want to talk to you about. Anyway, so Brookie's like, I need to do something different.
You're right.
And she said, maybe I'll rent an Airbnb in New York. And Kimmy said, Brookie, you need to do that. And so Brookie, at 28 years old, packed her bags, got herself a 6-week rental Airbnb in New York,
I did.
and drove off.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Take it from there, Brookie.
I did. I needed it. So I felt like I really don't like to use this term. Like I hit my ceiling in the city of Boston. I had lived there for 5 years out of college and I wanted to try something different. And I don't know what my next step is going to be. So I'm thankful that I have the opportunity to put my stuff at my parents and, run around and travel, which is something I love to do. But New York is something or somewhere I should say, I always wanted to try to live. I went to school in Connecticut and we would go in and out of the city all the time by train. And I thought I was going to end up in New York. I didn't, and that's okay. But I had this opportunity on my hands to go and travel and be there for 6 weeks. Did my real estate from there. I did my work from there, whatever I needed to do. And I fully immersed myself for 6 weeks as if I lived there. Do I want to be there? Absolutely. I don't know what's next for me, though. We'll see. I just am taking everything day by day. The best part about New York is the food. It's so amazing.
What part of Manhattan did you live in?
I was in Gramercy Park. So a fun little fact about Gramercy Park is it is a small enclosed park. And those who live on the perimeter of the park actually hold a key. So it's not a public park. You actually have to live on the perimeter of the park to have access to it, and you get a very special key. I, for one, did not.
Cool.
I was on the outskirts. I was right on 1st and East 21st, so on the east side. And it was a fabulous location because I could just shoot right up First Ave to the Upper East Side. I could go downtown to the Financial District, East Village. I could cross over and be in the West Village in a quick walk of 30 minutes. Yeah, it was great. I loved it.
And you went by yourself, or did you have a roommate?
No.
By
She
myself.
packed her bags and went by herself.
Yeah.
She is so courageous. I just would never have done that at your age, Meredith. I know you would have because you moved to Alaska.
Yep.
Kim, would you have done that by yourself?
Possibly. I think she has a little in me, in her, that I think I would have, if I was not married younger, I probably would have explored more. But yeah, I did some things like that in my teenage years, like down to Yale summer, New Haven, did the different things like that. So, Brooke is very good at immersing herself into different cultures.
She's so
and
independent.
communities.
Yes.
Like when she went to Italy, and she's just can adapt very well into, what the culture is in that type. But I knew, like you had said, Steffi, that for those I call my Steffy.
And I call her Kimmy.
Yeah. So
And Brookie.
that I really wanted her to do this, that I knew that it was important to her, because she really, when she came out of college, I think she really thought she was going to land there. And I'm very supportive of whatever decision she makes moving forward. But I think it's a great place for her, because I think it really fits her personality.
You know what
And
the
I
best
think
thing about
you
it
need to
is?
be in places where you fit your person. Not that this area doesn't, but I just feel like she can even immerse herself more in that culture in New York. I think it fits her very well.
Also, the best thing about New York is it is so easy to get back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
The Acela from 128 or Providence, you're in Manhattan in 3 hours. Like, it's crazy.
Right.
People don't know.
yeah.
So comfortable.
Right.
So easy.
It's so quick.
How
It
much is a ticket?
depends. I try to buy mine in advance.
Okay.
Last time I went, it was $115 round trip Acela.
That's it?
Yeah.
But you buy them in advance. They can escalate in price, but you know what? If you know you're going, just book the ticket.
It's a lot more convenient than flying.
So easy.
100%.
Yeah.
But the
I
commuter flight,
I drove her, though. And I'm a driver.
Okay.
Right.
I like to
You
be
packed
in
the
wheel.
car, drove her
Right. It
stuff
was like
down.
she was going to camp,
Right.
like 6 weeks. See you in 6 weeks.
Right.
We dropped her off.
some went to summer
You know.
camp, some went to New York.
Right.
She goes to New York. She
She
didn't do the overnight summers. But, it was, when I realized how easy it was, when she got out of college, I didn't realize. I wanted her home. I felt like she had been away, and Connecticut was far. It was until I realized when I have a son that was in the Midwest, and I realized, like, okay, New York is so much more manageable. And I've now experienced back and forth of 6 years to the Midwest, that if they both want to be in New York, I will take that over the Midwest, because
Right.
it's not easy to travel to. So
Well,
I can get
right.
in my car and drive to New York in 3.5 hours.
Right.
So Bretty, also known as Brett, but I call him Bretty, always wanted to be a pilot when he was a young boy.
Right.
And so when he ever told his mother that he wanted to go to flight school in North Dakota, I said, Kimmy's never going to let him go. She is never going to let him go.
Ever.
Nope. Everyone had bets that it wasn't going to work.
And even with Brett too, because he's such a homebody.
He was a homebody.
But
he didn't even make it through the night at your house.
We tried a sleepover. I woke up. I said, "Where the hell's Bretty?"
He's gone.
He went home. He walked home in the middle of the night through the woods because they were our neighbor. Like Gregory's like, "I miss Brett." I'm like, "Well, he walked home."
And so I would walk home because Alexa would go to bed at 7:30, and I was up for 2
My
hours.
children are tired. My children like to sleep. They like to go to bed early and sleep late. I'm
How
sorry.
was that?
Yes. So I was just so proud of Kimberly Sue to let Freddie go and live out his dream and become a pilot.
Yeah.
And went to North Dakota. And
North
both
Dakota.
of you, all of you, including Mr. Imbornone, were flying back and forth to North Dakota.
If you can hear us out there,
I mean,
North
who goes
Dakota,
to North Dakota?
Yeah.
Never
How
coming
long
back.
is flight school?
So he went to the University of North Dakota for a 4-year college program. He got his degree in commercial aviation.
It's the place to go to college.
right.
Oh,
so
okay,
it's,
got it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a full regular. If anybody knows of hockey, or
It's like a UMass
It's
in
like-
North Dakota.
right, it's
Oh,
like
okay,
the
got
UMass,
it.
right.
Got
But they specialize in a flight school. Similar,
Oh, okay.
everybody has their specialties.
Yep.
So he graduated there a year and a half ago. But he stayed there because he had to earn his hours to become to apply for the commercial airlines. So he was hired from the school to be an instructor, and then he was hired from the
He's very strict.
yes, he is very strict.
Very
Private. He also flies private and charter at the airport. So he's got like three gigs going on.
Wow.
But it was a big deal for him to get hired from the school, and he teaches other students like he went through the program. So he earned all his hours, and then he reached his 1,000 hours that he needed in December, and he applied to the Endeavor Airlines, which is owned by Delta Airlines. So he's working under the umbrella of Delta, which is Endeavor, and he got hired, and his class date to train is July 24th.
Wow.
Freddie was so
he
proud
is-
of him.
He's coming
I'm so
east.
proud.
He's coming back home.
He's coming home.
We're moving him out in the end of June, and we're very excited to have him back. But he did have to stay a couple of little time after a regular college, because there's more
it's like
flights
an
going on.
internship.
And
Yeah.
he's
Oh, right,
such a
right.
good
Yeah.
son. He FaceTimes his mom.
We had him on this morning. He knew exactly where we're going. So hi, Brett.
Hi, Bretty.
Brett,
We
I
love
hope you're
you.
listening. One thing about Brett is he is so amazing, but he's the junior of me because I'm the older sister.
Yes.
So not to circle this back to me, but
It is about you, Brooke.
thank you, Stephanie.
You're welcome.
Someone once said Brett runs the family.
I think we know
I
that.
said that. I said, I don't understand this. It's Brett's way or the highway.
Right.
Brett is the junior of me. Okay, so he doesn't run the family. I do, right? I think I do. Anyways, where I'm going with this is
Oh, I think
I lost
she
my
was a
train of-
little. I
I
think
lost
she was a little offended.
She was offended that I said Brett runs the family.
Yeah.
well, he does to a degree. But where I'm going with this is
Where are you going with this, Brookie?
we don't call Brett in our house. We call him Junie
Junie.
Junie.
because
junior.
Got it.
he's the junior of me. So
Now,
Right.
Brett used to be itty bitty little. How tall is Brett now?
He's close to 6'3".
Wow, he's a big guy.
He's a big dude,
Oh, yeah.
handsome as heck, a
Oh, gosh,
pilot.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable, Junie. He's great.
He even came. He got on a flight and he went and visited Brooke in New York.
Oh
they
my
had
goodness,
a
he
wonderful
did.
weekend.
Oh, I
It
love
was
it.
so wonderful.
Nice
He had the
little
time
sibling.
of his
Loves
life.
his family. He loves his family.
Adores.
Yeah.
He's so fabulous. And he's someone like me that likes to just go and learn and do and be, like immerse yourself. And he totally did that in New York.
It's
When he-
Kimmy.
But
When
he
he
also
came.
did that when he was in North Dakota.
Yeah.
For some like me, I would have literally been back home 3 weeks later because when I say you literally land and it reeks of fried French fries from the.
But you have to explain why.
I'm gonna get into that, mother.
Yeah.
From the plants there, so they have like the Simplot plant that makes all of the French fries because in the
Really?
farmlands you have all the potatoes. So you land in North Dakota and it literally
Smells like it's McDonald's.
fry.
They make all the McDonald's French fries. So they're like a co-packer, Meredith, that co-packer world.
me? Right.
So there's this big plant in the town, Grand Forks is where he is. and it's this huge manufacturing facility from that's a potato French fry, and literally like all you smell is McDonald's French fries. Not that they're cooking, but because they're producing them, and it smells just like McDonald's French fries.
I would constantly be hungry.
Right?
And honestly, like, so they
A
have,
good smell?
It's, I guess so. I mean, but on the cars, right, and the people's cars in the area, they have like a residue from the, I guess it's somewhat like pollution from the potatoes.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, I missed that. I was talking to Brooke about her microphone. What did you say? There's a residue?
Like that gets into the air.
It's like a film of
There's a
grease in
French
the air.
fry residue in the air
So
in North Dakota.
Brett had
Folks, who knew this?
Brett
And it
had
smells
to
like
get a-
potatoes.
You want to buy real estate in North Dakota?
Yeah.
We can help you.
Yeah,
Right, so if we see Brett, is he gonna smell like a fry?
he might.
Probably.
This is
His-
unbelievable
He
news.
got to get the unlimited car wash
Stop it.
pass. So yeah, car washes are big in North Dakota because there's a lot of residue from all these manufacturing facilities.
Oh my God.
Who would know? You wouldn't know until you visit these
I did
places.
not know
I
this.
am shocked.
Yeah,
It's quite the place.
there's really nothing
there.
else there.
Nothing.
Brookie,
Just the
what
school.
the heck did you do when you visited him in North
Oh
Dakota?
yeah, you went in January.
What in
What?
God's name?
I cleaned his entire kitchen.
Well, Brookie, you're very clean like your mother.
No, I don't want to sell it short because there are some great things there.
Like what, Brookie?
So, my mother is a fan of Molly A. Do you know Molly A?
Nope.
No.
Molly A is on the Food Network. She is like a farm to table
Ooh.
kind of gal, married
Girl
a
meets
farmer.
farm.
She's kind of New York, Jewish girl. And they live in Grand Forks, coincidentally,
Why?
because she married a farmer.
Oh.
So,
They probably grow potatoes.
yeah, they grow the potatoes.
So it's a show called Girl Meets Farm.
Girl Meets Farm.
Sundays at 11 a.m.
What channel?
on
The
the
Food
Food
Network.
Oh, the Food Network.
she's
that
big.
makes sense.
She's almost up to 1 million followers. She's a
So
Wow.
there's a really
And
great
she's
little
adorable.
restaurant there.
A good one?
Yep. It's called Bernie's. It's named after her daughter. We went there for a Saturday little brunch. We had a delightful meal. And
Did you talk about your parents?
Yeah, of course. We always do. Nothing bad, mother.
I was just wondering what your conversation
Did you
was.
say my mom is in food distribution?
All
Oh,
the
this is
time.
this
And
was
they
her
probably
breakfast.
were wondering.
Oh, I think she meant like might have gotten confused. Did
Wait.
you talk to Bernie's about your parents, or did you talk about your
No,
parents
I wanted to
your,
know-
over your meal?
I want to
That's
know what
Steffi
she and
meant.
Brett were talking about.
Yeah, what were you and Brett talking about?
So, he was telling me about his flying and what he does out there. And we're talking about, when he comes home, what's next for him.
Oh.
And, everyone get excited. Junie's coming back to the East Coast.
I mean, this
so
is
it's
a
a
lot.
big deal. One thing about Brett is he just recently broke up with his girlfriend. So,
Kimmy is a wreck.
I think that everyone.
Kimmy's pinching
Brooke,
you.
for those of
No,
you who
she's
are
a
listening and
nice
not watching,
girl.
Kim
She's
is hitting Brooke on the side. She has a horrified look on her face right
It's
now.
so great.
Poor mother is trying to shut my mouth, but I'm not going to say anything
no,
bad.
I'm not.
just-
I just say that.
Everybody's wonderful.
Right.
Relationships come and go.
That's right.
Some
All-
stick, some don't.
all I was going to say is that, that was a topic of conversation. And
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that.
yeah, no,
Okay.
like we were talking about what's, what kind of happened and why he made his decisions and, what's next for him. And, someone like myself, like I was in a very serious relationship in college and I broke that off because I wanted to explore the world and see what else is out there from not just a relationship wise, but myself, and learn to be who I am before I'm with someone, And that's what we were talking about a little bit. So, nothing crazy really, but girls, if you're on the East Coast, Junie's coming back.
Junie is coming back. And-
Too bad we don't have one of those
Right.
Fat heads of him.
Fat heads of
Oh,
Brett.
you know what? Well, let's find a picture on him on the phone and Adam can take a picture. He is a catch.
So when does he?
He's a catch,
Arrive.
ladies.
He'll be back, what is it, like the 1st of July, like late June.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh, he'll be here for the 4th. New England in July is pretty awesome.
My favorite time of year.
New England. Yeah, it is.
Mm.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Wait, now I feel like that this area isn't bringing out my best.
You know, Steffi, I can see you on the East Coast of Florida
I
doing
know.
just right.
I'm coming.
You know what?
I'm
It's also
coming.
March. I mean,
I know.
It's
my
a Friday
retirement
time.
dream is to get out of New England for March and then after March and April.
March and April.
I love it.
Yeah, because New England is beautiful, but this time of year it's hard.
So we want to have a nice little shot of
Yeah.
the brother
This
and
is-
sisters.
Oh,
He's so
Oh, he's
angelic.
That was a nice
so
dinner.
angelic.
Brooke, that's a good picture of you.
Thanks, Mare.
Yep. Now Brookie is also single and ready to mingle, and what a catch Brookie is.
Shy
Kim,
too.
I
Brookie
feel like
is the
This
everything
phone
girl.
weighs like 3 pounds.
Oh my gosh, Meredith, it's so annoying.
Wow.
Why is it so heavy, Kimmy?
That is a heavy phone.
Did he
Look
want
at
that or no?
us.
Oh, did you get a shot, Adam? Oh, okay. Let's. We're
There's
gonna.
me and Junie.
Okay,
B1, B2.
Oh, here it comes. Oh yeah, he is
Kim,
adorable.
He's
I
coming
mean,
back
Brooke,
to the East Coast.
Tell us about your apartment.
Okay.
What apartment?
That you moved into in
I
New
mean,
York.
we're in housing. I
Oh.
want to know about your apartment.
I think it was gorgeous.
So it was they call it in New York a junior 1-bedroom.
A junior one.
Junior
How come?
one because it's studio-esque, so it's not like a full door that shuts, but it's like French doors. So essentially it's a studio, but what they do is they enclose the
A little bit of. You do have a little bit of
Yes.
privacy. Okay.
It definitely was a bedroom.
in New York, you know, you really have to make a checklist of, do you want a dishwasher or do you want laundry in your building? So this was for me, it was
And a stove.
in a stove.
Oven, yeah.
Sorry.
Or
Yeah.
you
that's
might not
even-
have an oven.
You might not have an oven.
all
We saw a
depends,
place
Meredith.
with no
Does
oven.
Alicia?
Alicia has both washer dryer and stove, oven. I don't think she has a dishwasher though.
What do you do if you don't have a stove?
Everybody eats out.
Well, cooktop. They usually have a cooktop,
Microwave
but not
meal.
the oven part.
Brookie,
Well,
what did you eat every
I could
night?
probably survive
I don't
without
know.
an oven.
Yeah.
Now that you
Meredith,
Yeah.
you don't. Meredith doesn't have a microwave, or did you finally get one?
No, I don't have one.
Yeah.
She doesn't eat it.
Brookie, did you eat out every night?
Pretty much. Yeah, I ate out a lot.
Did you meet friends? What did you do?
There was a few nights I sat at a bar and had dinner by myself. And
Brookie,
That's one of my favorite things on the whole
I
planet
know.
to do.
I'm still struggling with that at my age.
You
To
wouldn't
by
go
To
yourself.
go by myself and sit at a
And
bar.
I don't understand because you can really talk to everybody.
Anyone.
Sophie.
I don't understand.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense
I
because
don't know.
But
can
you're not alone
convert-
because I do know other women who feel the same way.
I don't know,
That's
but
tough.
why?
I don't know.
I'm gonna force myself to do that.
like to try it. Just try it.
I'm gonna
Just
try
give
it.
a
It's delightful.
Maybe I don't want to be hit on. Not that anyone's gonna hit on me, but
well,
Meaning
you know
like
what?
maybe you
It
don't want
might
to be
get you
talked to.
business.
yeah,
But I feel like you
Might
get
get
bored.
you a buy sell.
might get me a buy sell.
Sell buy. Same thing.
Sell buy.
Plus, it's like perfect because you can watch the bartender. Usually,
I
there's
feel
like
awkward.
there's a TV
Why?
above you.
Well, typically, a lot of people do that if they're traveling, like in business and
Yeah.
such. Like,
I mean, Tony
whereas-
loves it. He loves being by himself.
I'm the same.
Yeah, you love going out. Right. You get your martini, you get your
Yep.
oysters, and you are happy.
Yeah.
Love it.
I often have something to read or like watch the bartender or watch the TV.
Right.
and
That's normal.
It's delightful.
Isn't it wonderful?
Yes.
I'm
love
starting
it.
to like get nervous thinking about it.
Yeah, well, I don't think I've ever really done it myself, like for dinner, like
Eating
unless
dinner
I was
by yourself.
unless I was traveling for business.
Mm.
But like if I was home,
Mr. Imbornone wouldn't like that.
no, he
Not at
does-
all.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Imbornone. Mr. Imbornone was my team mother for football in East End. I was the team mother. He was the assistant team mother.
Assistant team mother.
Yeah, he assisted me as with my team mother duties when the boys played football, and I got him an assistant team mother hat. Yeah,
Yes.
he was
yeah.
a wonderful assistant.
So the choices are dishwasher or stove.
Okay.
Right,
Dishwasher,
things
stove,
like
yeah.
that.
So
Oh, how do you get groceries?
oh, it's easy. I mean,
really?
there's food
Everywhere.
everywhere. You can just walk out right outside your door. You go to the bodega and just get like your milk and eggs and, you know, toast and like pretty simple stuff because the food in New York is so amazing. You're not going to meet.
And I would
dinner
just
at
want to go
home.
out for a bagel.
Oh,
I
with a
had
schmear.
to.
Stone's throw. She was what was
Oh
it?
my-
Essa bagel
Essa bagel
was a stone.
Was it
literally-
crunchy on the outside and doughy on the inside?
Just delicious. It was
Oh,
so amazing.
Becky.
So I was there for 6 weeks. So I told myself I can have a bagel a week. And each week I had a different bagel. So I didn't have the same one.
Wow.
twice.
What was your
different
favorite?
Different places, right?
Different places, but
Yeah.
also, well, I went to Essa Bagel a few times and Tompkins Square Bagel.
What's your flavor of choice, Brookie?
So, oh gosh. I don't
Everything?
even know.
Jalapeno?
Yeah, I love everything,
Me
but
too, I love everything.
I actually went with a bagel sandwich, and it was
Lux.
bacon, egg, and cheese
Oh.
with it was jalapeno cream cheese and on an everything bagel.
Wow.
That sounds
That-
like a lot of different.
That's
I'm
a lot of
sweating.
flavor.
I'm sweating. That sounds delicious.
That's a lot of flavor.
A lot of flavor, so delicious. I literally walked like the perimeter of the city
hungry.
that day because it was disgustingly.
I mean,
on
I'm
my
going to
calories,
interject
but-
here.
And
It kind of sounds like my kids when they're doing make your own sundaes where they put every single flavor on top at the same time.
Brookie, I'm surprised. Did you ever have Lux?
Oh, I did. Of course,
Oh,
I had
okay.
Lux a few times.
I mean, come on.
Oh
Meanwhile,
gosh,
Mr.
delicious.
Imbornone was very upset.
Why?
Too much cream cheese.
Too much cream cheese.
He didn't like all the cream cheese
So
on his
it
bagel?
probably was
No.
about 3
He's
inches.
very strict.
I mean,
He
I'm
is,
with
but he's-
I'm
he's-
with him. Sometimes it can be too much. You're like,
Yeah, like it was like
too
3
much.
inches. He goes, I told him light.
I don't agree with him. You can never have enough cream cheese.
Agreed.
Well, and the other thing is, I remember going to the Carnegie Deli and they made a sandwich with the bread, and then the meat
my,
was
too
like
much.
this,
Yeah,
and a
you
piece of
can't-
bread on top. And I'm like, well, I don't understand.
How do
How
you
am I
even
supposed
put
to
it
eat
on?
this?
No,
Like,
right.
I
It's
got a
just
knife
too
and
much.
fork deli
No, you
meat?
have to take the
Like,
top piece of
weird.
the bread off. You have to take most of the meat out, put the bread on top, and then
Right,
you can
right.
eat it.
And then
you
eat
have-
it on the side.
And then
Oh.
you just eat the extra meat on the
Oh,
side.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know what to do.
Well, you live and learn, right?
Stick with us.
Right. Exactly.
So, Brookie, what would you do for dinners every night?
I like I said, I ate out. If I wanted to make something at home, I usually was just very simple, like chicken with rice and a salad.
Would you stay home at night?
Like no, not really.
I
So
know. That's what I was thinking.
I have a lot of friends in New York. And I just tried to make plans with who would ever want to go out.
So it was a food
You
experience
went
for
to,
you,
like,
the 6
did
weeks.
Work out and then you'd go out.
Yeah, there was all different sorts of things. It was, trying things from going to like a upscale food court to having like these hand rolls made to order for you after, we went to Barry's, and then
like sushi hand rolls?
sushi hand rolls. and
Spicy
then
salmon hand roll.
We actually were fortunate enough to get into like one of the hottest spots in Manhattan right now, which is the Nines. And it's a piano bar. It's pretty exclusive, and it's just to die for.
What do you mean? Tell us about the atmosphere.
So it's just like dark and red and like dim lighting with a massive piano in the middle, candle lit, very exclusive, go behind the curtain when you walk in kind of vibe. It's called the Nines, and they're
Is it full or is it a cocktail bar?
it's
Full
it's
meals?
cocktail bar, but you can get dinner.
Oh.
Like the way we ordered was like sharing.
Always share.
They're known for their caviar baked potato.
What?
Potato.
Okay, I need to go. I'm dying.
Let's go.
Yes.
Kimmy,
you all have
Kimmy,
to
we,
try it.
Honestly,
Kimmy, we're due for a trip.
Totally.
Even though we just got back from Aruba, we're due for another trip.
It was.
I
it
need
was
to go.
It was
unbelievable.
over the top. I saw the Instagram.
Meredith,
I
would you
mean-
eat a caviar baked potato?
I'd definitely try it.
Yeah.
She would, and she
It's-
would love
What
it.
else
I
was
wanna
in it?
try it too.
It was literally when I
My
say
mouth is watering.
I know,
a
guys.
baked potato. What they did was they must have. Oh, Nana's calling. She always calls at the worst times.
I call
Now-
her Cookie Senior.
Cooks, I'll call you back. So basically, it was just like a baked potato, but it was like probably like twice baked. So they took the stuff out and then baked the like mashed potato and put it inside, and then on top was smothered in caviar with creme fraiche and chive.
Oh,
With creme fraiche.
I wonder if I can pull up a photo.
That sounds
it was
pretty
on.
spectacular.
When
decadent.
When I say it was probably
It
one
looked
of
so delicious.
the best things I
Kimmy,
ate.
when are we going? That was
mean-
one of the best things you ate in your 6 weeks in New York.
One
City.
of them. Yeah, it was so delicious. I feel like everyone needs to try caviar. Caviar is a delicacy, and splurge a little. Like, enjoy the finer things in life. Like, you can all afford to splurge when you split things with friends.
I tried it
She's right.
a couple of years ago. I got it and did the whole thing, and it was a lot of fun.
Did you eat it on a bagel with Lux? Or am I making that up?
No, I think I made toast points.
Yes, you made
Oh,
toast
yeah.
points. I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I crowdsourced, how to do it with
Wow.
onion and
Yeah.
This
capers
is how it's
and lemon
presented
and
if we want to
egg.
show the
Right.
fans.
Wow.
You're really making Adam work today.
What is the
Sorry.
green?
So that is
Oh.
the bright green is the chive.
Oh,
On top is the caviar.
My God.
Served with a little creme fraiche. And you see there's two types of spoon there. It's the mother of pearl spoon.
Right.
What does that mean, Brooke?
only
You're not supposed
way.
to touch the caviar with metal
What?
because it can alter the flavor.
Yeah.
Delicious. It was
I'm plutzing.
delicious.
Okay, so what was the second favorite thing?
It would be Little Frankie's spaghetti limon.
I went there.
What
Little
is
Frankie's
spaghetti limon?
limon.
So
So delicious.
Mother, you
Oh,
you
no.
had it. So why don't you tell? No, I'm
For
serious.
every meal that I had when I visited with you was just one.
One
And it's just places that you don't. They're not heavily advertised. They're not national chains. They're all independent. Hardworking family type operations in New York.
Right.
And and I was saying to Brooke that hadn't really been in that culture. When I go to New York years back, would always be as not a tourist,
Like
but
Times Square and
Right,
all
and-
that stuff.
and where
Touristy.
she was, it was just so different, and it was just.
And that's
you
why
know,
people love New York.
And
You can-
honestly, it's just anything goes,
Anything
and that's what I
goes.
loved
It's
about
so
going.
amazing.
You literally could go to a nice restaurant and be, in anything. Like there's no judgment in New York.
Excuse
There's
me.
no judgment.
Kimmy, could I go in this outfit?
You absolutely
100%.
could,
For
Steffi.
the baked potato and
And
caviar?
Me being in New
No,
York with you,
they have a dress code
I
there.
wouldn't judge you there in that environment because it's
Did
New
you
York.
judge me today when I walked into the studio?
At this point, we know you too well, Steffi.
I said, Kim is not going to be happy with my outfit
You
today.
know, it is what it is,
You know,
Steffi.
when
It's
you have
fine.
to put a belt on every day with every outfit that you wear.
And Kim, we have brought this up on several episodes of the show. This is Kim Imbornone, and she says your outfit is not complete without a belt.
Well, you did anticipate that she would be in a belt, you said, with a full scarf.
I thought you'd
was
be in
what
a
you
neck
said.
scarf today. She enjoys
It's
a
a
little
little
neck
mo-
scarf.
I
And
do.
I-
It's a little warm today. Like
Oh.
it was going to be a little warmer.
Did you
out,
contemplate the neck scarf?
So, to be honest, no, not today.
Oh, are you
Isn't
wearing
that
a
fun?
belt?
I absolutely.
And
And so is my daughter.
yeah.
She's not.
Oh,
about-
look, they have almost twin belts. Well, they're both
so-
designer belts.
I mean, if
Not
you have
by-
a belt loop, you need to put a belt on.
She thinks it's disgusting if
If
you
you
have a
don't.
belt loop. She would send Brooke up to her room
Yeah.
several times in high school to put that belt on.
If I dare come down those steps in jeans with belt loops, nope. Go back upstairs and put your belt on.
I mean, I kind of get it.
Do you know that
I just haven't
I mean-
worn anything with belt loops for so long because my waist expanded a bit.
Oh,
that now I
Meredith.
feel uncomfortable.
Even
with
Don't
belts.
say the word, Meredith. Don't say it.
even to this
Even-
day, I have to literally walk out of the house, and if I want to take my belt off, I have to make sure I have a bag big enough to be like to hold the belt
Right.
because I have to come down the stairs.
With a
Hi,
belt.
Mom, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
She looks me up and down.
Yeah, she does.
And then I go into the car. I take my
Yeah.
belt off and I put it in the bag sometimes.
Kimmy,
Sometimes
did
it
you
just-
know this?
Sometimes you have to.
You take
Yeah.
the belt off. I trained your brother better. He absolutely puts a belt on. He went to New York.
Freddie would never
He
take his belt
forgot
off.
his belt because he was wearing sweatpants on the plane to New York from North Dakota. They literally went to Bloomie's and they bought a belt for the weekend because he could not live without the belt for the weekend in New York.
Well, I
I
will
forgot
say
about that.
guys wear belts more. They wear, like Tony wears a belt every day.
Yeah. But a lot of men
Totally.
don't.
Oh, they
You'd be-
don't? Does
but-
Mr. Imbornone?
Absolutely.
How dare you even?
You should have seen Mr. Now, I have to tell you how organized Kimmy is. So for Aruba, she went through all Mr. Imbornone's clothes before they packed. She put together the outfits. And then, so every day in Aruba, Mr. Imbornone knew what outfit he was wearing.
I
I
do
pack
have
my
to
outfit.
It
say,
was,
I
and
do
he
have-
looked amazing.
I'm
I do
the
have
worst
to say that
wife.
I'm not a good packer, and I promise
She's
to.
not.
I'm trying to
I'm
improve on
terrible.
that, and I have to give that to my daughter that she has been trying to train and teach me how to be a better packer because I bring too much stuff.
She does.
And I said
You have to put outfits together.
and I saw her doing that for a trip recently, and I said, you know what, this is an easy practice to do for a man because it's not for me and I can see clearly through it, and that's how I did it. And I did it like 2 weeks in advance, and I had it all done, and then
he
I
looked sharp.
every
Wow.
day it
Good
is
for
different
you.
He
outfit.
said it was like
It was-
animals. I just had to look at the list to see what went with what. Now, I have this weird thing when I go on a trip that I try to make up new outfits that I've never worn before. So I put all this added stress on me,
Right.
and I can't take it. And that's why traveling is very stressful
You
for
have
me.
to wear
And that's how
Why
I
am
am.
I making up new outfits?
Right.
Why?
I don't know.
Is there a psychology behind
You know
this?
what I started doing to
What?
address that?
What?
I make myself try the outfit on
Yeah.
before I pack it.
Yeah.
Because if I feel uncomfortable in it when I'm trying it on, it's not coming.
Right.
Right.
Because sometimes I'll
True.
do the same, like, oh, it's beachy theme. I'm going to bring this
Right.
beachy dress that I've never tried on, or maybe like, was hanging in my
It's
closet
new,
for
you
too
haven't
long.
worn
It's
it,
new
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it comes with me and comes back never having worn it.
Right.
And how dreadful is that?
Dreadful.
It's the
It
worst.
bothers me when I have leftovers that I never wore.
Meredith,
Yeah,
I was just
agree.
about to say,
Happens to me all the time.
when I was in New York, I separated my closet by what I had already worn and what I hadn't worn because it bothers me when I bring extra stuff.
Yes.
I
I'm
mean,
the
it's like
same.
it's
Brookie,
like an
that's
efficiency
brilliant.
thing.
Yes.
It's like, why bring more than you need?
Yes. Yes.
Why?
And I mean, even a mental note already, now that we're switching seasons, into my pants that I didn't wear all winter, and I'm getting rid of them.
Yeah.
Right. You
Right.
are supposed to purge.
I
Yep,
don't.
you have
I
to
don't keep
purge.
from year to the next. If I haven't worn them in a year, unless it has some special value, it's gone.
Right.
Because who wants to be burdened with that?
No.
It just is.
So
ugh.
when we were unpacking you from New York, I said, there's got to be some purging here because there's just no way you can wear all of those outfits.
And did you?
I haven't
I put
purged
3
it.
things on Poshmark. So if anyone's looking for a sequins dress, a pair of Paige jeans, or a rag and bone sweater, you can go buy them off of Poshmark.
I'll be going onto your Poshmark as soon as this episode's
I've never
over.
done Poshmark.
I just listed 3 items over the weekend, but I never checked it. Will I get a notification or something?
You get an
know.
email if
Oh.
somebody messages you. Well, I thought you got 2 messages.
I know, but it's on your phone.
I said,
Okay, but wait a minute. How does this work? So I list something for sale,
Yeah.
and then
You have to put the original price. Who knows? Who remembers? But so you take pictures and you can put like 6 pictures up or even more.
Yep.
Right, and then you have to fill out the description, the original price, how much you're selling it for.
Mhm.
I mean, I feel like that would be worth it for a high-end
It's a lot of
designer
work.
product.
It's kind of a lot of work. And then you
It's
have
too
to
much.
mail it out.
I'm not interested. I'm going off it. I'm going to bring my stuff to a high-end consignment shop
It's-
that Gloria Aronson told me to bring my stuff to.
Where is it?
And
I'd
then,
like to know about it.
I'll look it up right now. And
Because
then,
I tried that, Steffi, the place Covet in Boston, and I brought some like really good stuff, and like they were like, all right, yeah, like we'll let you know when it sells, and like I think I have like $34 like waiting for me there. That's like
oh.
It's like nothing.
in this day and age, what does that get you?
A tank of gas.
Not
Not
even.
even. But
Gloria
to get
said-
in and out, it'll
I know.
cost
Half
what
a
it to
tank
get
of
in and
gas.
out.
Gloria said, go to DC Consignment in Natick. She said, and bring your high-end clothes there.
Okay.
Now I kind of just want to go there and rifle through the stuff and
Yeah,
see what I can
right,
get. We should do a field trip.
I wonder if they're on Instagram. I'll check it out.
There's
check
actually
it out,
one
Brookie.
in Newton too that I follow on Instagram. I'll
Oh.
have to
I'm not really
send it
into
to you.
thrifting. I'm more,
No, you're not a thrifter.
I'm
You're more into selling and buying new.
totally.
Yeah, Brooke enjoys, and Kimmy, they do enjoy a Saks Fifth Avenue trip.
Well, you went with them, didn't
Well,
you?
I went with Kimmy, and that's when she had to sit me down and look me in the eye and say, honey,
But it was positive because you came out with a bunch of clothes.
You are stylish.
when you said, honey, you need to go up a size, and it's okay.
It was okay.
And
though.
it was
We
okay.
got through it.
I said, Kimmy, you are such a good friend to me. Thank you so much. Because maybe other people would have said, yeah, that looks fine. Kimmy
Oh,
didn't.
I never do
Kimmy
that.
is a straight shooter, and that's why I love her. And Meredith, you're the same way. You guys tell me the truth, which I appreciate all the time. So
need to
you
be
were
truthful.
so helpful.
And you looked
during that
great
shopping
in all
trip.
your outfits in a
I know.
And it
Your
was
outfits
easy.
and
Yeah.
all, we had so much fun, and
We
you
had so
looked.
much
And you always
fun.
do look
came
great.
out with wonderful stuff.
I did. I got some cute dresses. I mean, I loved it.
It was
Yeah.
perfect,
We'll
honestly.
do it again.
We'll
You'll
do it
go.
again.
I mean, but think about
shopping
that
with
though.
her.
Think about the times when we go up and we go down. When you're going up and you're wearing clothes that don't fit, it makes you feel like crap.
Right.
Right.
Like,
Totally.
wear your size.
Yeah.
That's
Just
what Mother
embrace it.
preached.
Right.
Dress for your body.
Dress for your body
Right. And then
type.
you'll feel good.
Right, and that's what I reminded you that day when we were in the dressing room.
You did.
Honestly,
And I sat by myself for a minute, took a breath, and
Right.
said,
You
Kimmy's
needed-
right.
You needed
we
a
are who we
moment.
are.
Give
We
me the
can't
size
change it.
47.
I'll take a size 47, please.
It was fine.
Perfect.
It all worked out.
It all works out always, and just don't be overwhelmed by like new clothes and things like that.
Brookie,
Just go
how
and-
did you get your sense? I mean, yes, your mother's fashionable, and you really have a sense of fashion.
I don't
Yeah, you're
think
fashion.
so.
I think-
Oh, you're fashion
Brookie,
forward.
everything you wear, you look amazing. And your friends agree.
Well, thank you. No, I don't know. I think it's more of just like honestly, my mom taught me to just be confident in what you're wearing, and like it looks different on a hanger. Like I remember like we would go shopping at like Abercrombie, and I was like the 4th grade, and I was like wearing these like plaid skirts, right? That like I feel like nobody else would wear, and like I just tried to wear what I wanted to wear. I was never the one that was going to be like, well, I'm wearing, Lululemon leggings because everyone else is wearing Lululemon leggings. I don't care. Just wear whatever you want. And if you think it's cute, then so be it. And who cares about what everyone else thinks, right?
You're not brand specific.
No, yeah, I just
Well,
whatever.
she does enjoy a designer piece.
She does enjoy design.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, it's all about a mix match, like Saks Fifth Avenue on top and then like maybe Amazon on the bottom. Like you just figure it out what works. But I definitely buy quality over quantity.
Which is so smart.
Well, you've been talking about doing that now.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I'm more about quality over quantity too.
I learned that from my
Absolutely.
mother for sure.
Well, haven't you found, so when the Amazon really started marketing to us with clothing from God knows where around the world, and it would be cheap, right? And you were like, oh, you get it. I don't even buy those pieces anymore.
Right.
Because I've had too many fails.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it looks so cute on that model.
Right.
And I scour the reviews and
I think they're
look
getting
at
better
it,
though.
but I'm like, this
I don't
crap
know. I
comes
waste
right back.
so much money. It's so bad.
You don't return?
I get tired.
I also don't return. And
I'm a returner.
Alexa returns everything.
I
do
do
too.
return
Yep.
too. I'm a big returner.
Mother keeps a bag in
yeah.
her trunk of returns.
And-
what about when you had when I was meeting you at Saks?
yes, I had
and
to go
Kimmy
to-
goes, I have returns at Copley. So I go, who has returns at Copley? The girls and I were dying.
Because
Only
she's
Kimmy
organized
does.
with it. I'm
Right.
the same. My family is under threat of harm if they tear the bag that it comes in or if they throw it out because I may be
Right.
returning it. I need to keep
Right.
it until I'm certain
That
I don't
you-
want it because otherwise it makes it too difficult to do the return.
Right.
Now you're hunting for a bag and a box and all
It's
the
too
nonsense.
much.
It's
Put it
too
right
much.
back in, send it back.
Right. No, that's true. That's
I
true.
also am not a big online shopper, like because of that reason.
Right.
I like to go, try it on, know it's coming home with me, and staying there.
I mean, that really
Right.
is preferred, right? Like the
Right.
failure rate is so.
Honestly, I ordered a bra from Amazon and like it just wasn't working.
Your mother doesn't like that you're talking about bras.
I had to. Well, she told me to go up a size, Steffi. So
Well, so wait.
That's Kimmy's claim to fame.
Steffi took my advice.
I did.
yeah, and
And
so
so,
did I.
okay.
So I said, anyways,
Yes, we did.
I
We listened
called-
to you, Kimmy.
I called Mother from Nordstrom's. I said, oh, good thing I made that return. It was $84. I didn't even
Yeah.
realize like bras are so expensive.
It can be
Ridiculous.
so
It is.
outrageous.
But then,
outrageous.
ultimately I said, I tried it on. She wasn't even there for the try on. I said,
Oh.
I said it didn't work. And then she said, you probably needed a bigger size.
Yeah.
So,
And it's fine.
It's okay.
And that's
They're
just the
expensive,
way-
and that was
Especially if you have
something I
big
ordered
ones, Brooke.
online. Right. Right.
Just how it works.
Yeah.
Out we're all in it together.
We are girls. We are all in it together.
We're fortunate. Some people pay to get these.
That's right. We are blessed.
Yeah, we can use our
Cameron
money.
says that to me all the time.
What'd you say?
Because when I'm trying things on at Saks, Cammie's who I
Oh.
work with. And
Yes.
she's
She's the personal shopper.
Oh, she's amazing. And I'll try something on too tight, she'll say, and I'm like, oh, my boobs. And
The boobs.
she's like, don't shame yourself. Like, people pay for boobs like you.
Right.
So,
When I used to be in the dressing room when I was younger, and my mother would be helping me, and I'd be getting changed every single time I took my shirt off. Oi, she says, can I hurry?
Can I hurry?
Can I hurry? I'm like, oh, thanks, Mom.
yeah.
Girls, we've actually run out of time.
Wow.
Can you believe we've been chit-chatting for an hour?
I love these
That
podcasts.
was so fun.
Isn't it wonderful? It's
Yeah.
just a girls' session today.
Yeah. And we talked about so many different things.
We did. We talked
Started
about ice
with
cream,
ice
New
cream.
York.
We ended on bras.
Bras. We talked about Bretty Jr.,
Yeah.
Mr. Imbornone.
Yeah.
We talked about all kinds of things.
Yeah, it
I
was
love
wonderful.
it. I hope
enjoyed
everyone
it a
watching
lot.
enjoyed
See,
it.
Kimmy?
I did.
I don't know
I
if
didn't
you
know-
knew what you didn't know
yeah.
what to expect.
Yeah, I didn't know
It's
how
so
if I would,
fun.
You're
how
pleasantly surprised.
pleasantly surprised.
And you enjoyed it and liked it.
Very much so. And you're welcome to come for a tour and have some ice cream,
Yeah.
Meredith.
Oh,
Can we
we can
do
have
that?
a tour?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
I think that's a good
Okay.
idea.
Well, we're going to book that.
You know what?
Perfect.
We might be able to bring cameras with us.
We might. Adam.
People
That would be fun, huh?
would love it.
All
That
right.
would be
Adam said we
wonderful.
can.
Spring
This
into
is ex-
summer with Bliss Dairy.
We're in.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, ladies, we love you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
You're so great.
I'll be back again for sure.
You'll be back again. Of course you will.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks
I
for
enjoyed
coming.
it as well.
Thanks
It
for
was
coming.
So much fun.
Wonderful.
And everybody,
I love
Brooke,
you guys too.
we love you, Kimmy. You're going to tell everybody to subscribe?
Oh, sure. Everyone make sure you subscribe to The Show and you'll be notified.
At We Love the Show.
At We Love the Show.
Yep.
You'll be notified every time there is a new podcast that is posted to the YouTube channel. Like, share with a friend, and put it on your social media. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like.
Brookie, how do we follow your social profile?
I am at Brooke IM, BROOKEIM, or at The Real Estate Sisters, MA, for all things real estate. We are Weinstein Keach.
I love it. And Adam, thank you so much
Thanks,
as
Adam.
always. And ECAT. And that's a wrap, girls. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
Ciao, ciao.
Have a good day.
Ciao.
Ciao.